How do you tell a story that spans a lifetime? Obviously, you start at the beginning, but while it happens that way, that isn't how we remember it. And also, how you tell a story is important. But here are the facts. In the middle of the night, on December 23rd, 1970, I woke up to find my cousin straddling my chest and ejaculating in my mouth. I was 6 years old and he was 13. And the facts are terrible, but they don't even begin to express the horror of what I experienced. The overwhelmingly crushing weight, the feeling of suffocation, and someone peeing in my mouth. Because when you're 6 years old, that's what penises are used for. It also doesn't describe the hysteria that followed. I don't even know how long I lay there sobbing before my parents woke up. But I remember my dad coming in and his growing frustration as he tried to figure out what was wrong. Was I sick? Was I hurt? Did I need to pee? I was kind of beyond words at that point, though, and all I could do was gesture at the top of my bed where the fitted sheet had become undone, and my father's relief at something to fix, and he did. And my sobs started to subside, and I started to relax, and I went to bed, starting the sobbing and the frustration all over again. Compared to the overwhelming emotion that I felt, the facts are actually kind of easy. Nearly 47 years later and literally decades of therapy, I can tell the facts. What's harder is sharing the emotions. And sometimes what's even harder is spanning that gap between a 6-year-old's experience and an adult's vocabulary and sexual experience. And that's where the story of my sexual abuse begins. I'm an optimist, and I want to tell you it gets better. And eventually it does. But that was the start of 7.5 months of horror and damage. Damage to my body, to my psyche, to my sexuality, to my soul. Damage that I still live with today. And here's the catch-22 of it all. See, I like who I am today. I am strong, I'm fierce, beautiful, and I'm self-aware enough to know that I am who I am because of a lifetime of experience. And what happened that night and the months that followed informed the decisions I made in my life that brought me to where I am today. But the truth is, what happened, it should never have happened. But I can't undo it, and I don't have a choice. And there's no flashpoint paradox. But sometimes I do think how much more I could have been if I hadn't have had to carry that overwhelming weight for my entire life. So, I've begun. And there's no once upon a time, but it is what it is, and it's mine. So I'm the Naked Fairy, and I hope you'll continue watching. And as always, clothing is optional. Consent is not.